Bakugo! She will be your MC. Please don't burn the place down. Thank you.
No promises. Let's do this. Hi, guys.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Fair. Just in case these people weren't in the panel yesterday, would you guys mind introducing yourselves? Do what you need to do with that first.
Yeah. Hi. My name is Justin Briner. I'm a Dallas-based voice actor, and for our purposes today, I'm the voice of Deku.
And I'm Clifford Chapin. I'm also a Dallas-based actor type person, and I, along with having directed a few of the English dub episodes, I am the voice of Bakugo. So welcome.
We're gonna take this on like I did yesterday. I'm gonna go section by section as quick as we can. Just start getting those hands in the air for me, guys, and I'll run around to you. We're gonna start over here. Anybody have any questions? Thanks, guys. Next section.
Oh, wow.
I surprised you. It's okay.
If Bakugo could say one nice thing to Deku, what would he say?
It was impressive the way you died.
And I see you again. I wanted to know, because I just met you guys in person yesterday, what future roles do you want to take on in the future outside of My Hero Academia?
I want to be Spider-Man. I want to be Spider-Man one time. He's had like 30 voice actors in my lifetime alone.
Yeah.
Like, I could be one of them.
I want to be, I don't know, I just want to be like a Nintendo character. I think
For Deku's voice actor, what's the number one thing you want to say most about Bakugo?
Bakugo is super cool and talented and smart and cool and talented.
Yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing, nerd.
Hello.
Hi.
Throughout filming My Hero Academia, what was your favorite moment?
Working on it?
Yeah.
I mean, I really like, I just like all the fights, even though they're often brutal. I like them. I think, a lot of the big fights in this show are more than just battles, they're character development, and it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. Well done. I would have to agree. I really like all that stuff. I also really, this isn't really working on the show, but I really like getting to come and meet all of you guys. We've had some... Hold on!
Don't get emotional yet!
But we've had some, Justin and I especially, we've had some really great interactions with you guys and very touching moments, and we've seen the show in the 4 years almost, or that we've been doing this now, that we've seen it go from like us being told, hey, this is gonna be a big show, and it started really slow. It didn't really catch immediately. To this now, like where all of you guys are in this room. A few years ago when we started it, this room would not have been full like this,
No.
and so to see it explode like this is phenomenal. And so hanging out with you guys is great. So thank you so much.
So I was just wondering what either of you would like to see for both of your characters' development, like the dynamics between the rivals. Do you want to see them continue to be rivals? Do you want to see them thrive to be the Wonder Duo, like prophesized by Aizawa and All Might. So, what would you guys like to happen to your characters with the dynamic?
Well, I definitely like to see Deku stand up for himself a little bit more. He's getting there, but even in their most recent conflict, it was pretty unhealthily solved. I would like to, see him get a little more confident and dig his heels in a little bit.
I feel like inevitably we have to have like a Vegeta-Gogeta fusion. Inevitably Bakugo is gonna exist. Oh snap. I've been reading the fan fictions, Justin. I don't know.
Oh yeah. It's research.
I don't know. I think inevitably we're gonna see more team up material come through, and Bakugo has to inevitably work past some of the reservations he has. We've talked about this before at other places and things, but I don't know that I'll ever believe that Deku and Bakugo will be friends, but I do think at some point they will become more willing allies.
Yeah.
So what are the most difficult parts when you voicing? I know Clifford, you're screaming a lot most likely, and Justin, I know you started out like kind of a crybaby, but he's getting there. Character girl. So what are the harder parts of voice acting? Your characters?
I like that I have to scream a lot, but you started off as a crybaby.
Yeah.
Not your character. You started off.
Yes. I still am. It basically is that. It's the screaming and the over-the-top emotional repartee, but also marrying that to the technical aspect of hitting the animation and matching the character, the flip-flops and everything. So it's a balance of making it as real and honest as you can, but also it's sort of a puzzle game as well that you have to match everything in.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's the answer. So.
No, when you scream your heart out and it's like,
And then it's like,
it's a little bit shorter.
Oh, it's gonna be faster. Oh, there's a lot more words. There are so many more flaps. Okay, so you're gonna have to scream like that again, plus 3 more syllables. You know? So it's like, oh, great. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, hi, hey, hello.
Yes. Hi, hey, hello, JD.
My question to both of you, and I wish I could have asked this of you guys yesterday when Mr. Sabat was here, but
We'll answer.
We don't want him. Yeah.
I just want to know which arc of the manga are you most excited to work on?
Well, the next season of the anime is going to be just wild. It's going to be off the chain. And for a long time, that was the one I was most excited for. But now it's the one we're in right now. I'm going crazy about it. I'm just going crazy. Yeah, that's all.
So I don't read the manga. I have had numerous in the years that we've been doing this now, numerous times people have told me stuff that was coming up. So I was heavily anticipating the moment where Bakugo was captured by the villains and stuff like that. I was like, come on, let's get there. I knew that was a moment that people really wanted to see. And then before the season was over, there were people like, oh man, this thing that just happened, the fight between Bakugo and Deku. Oh man, so I'm always anticipating that because I'm hearing it from you guys. I heard something about more Bakugo development coming. I keep getting fan art of him in his winter outfit. And I'm looking forward to that because I'm just looking forward to see it. Those are the things. And Sabat's, I will tell you on Sabat's end of stuff, he has actually once given the mangaka $50 to not kill All Might. He has literally said to him, I'll give you $50 if you don't kill All Might. So I think Sabat's answer would be for every scene that All Might is alive.
Yes.
My question is, what is the hardest scene that you guys have had to record?
What do you think? I mean, the hardest one probably had to be. Well, the movie was really hard for me.
Yeah.
Just because the first scene that Bakugo's in, he screams a ton. And so, the movie took me 3 sessions to record, and I lost my voice all 3 times. And so, to give you a sense of that. So the movie was hard, but the movie was hard for that element of it. The versus Deku episode was also really hard. Because I'm really hard on myself, and I constantly was while we were recording that, like, Colleen would be like, it's good, Cliff, it's good. I was like, I don't want to be good, Colleen, I want to be perfect. Like, so we really worked on that one. So that one's one of my higher end. And plus, like, I know that Justin is always going to bring his best to a performance in any scene that we're in and stuff, and that just makes me want to do better too. So. I kind of always, it's weird because it's not like a rivalry thing, but I'm always like, oh, if Justin's going to go really good, I need to be really good too. You know? And so I always consider that, I always consider the scenes that people are going to really give that all. So.
Yeah. I always go back to the fight with Muscular.
Oh, it's fine. Don't, whatever you're doing.
Well, and I just see with Cliff is like, it's always going to be perfect. So why harp on it too much? No, I do. All the fights are kind of brutal in their own way, but this one was particularly like, Deku just got messed up. And to see that and to inhabit that headspace for so long, and then again, like we were saying earlier, like, oh, that was great. Can you do it again real quick? Just a little longer, a little more in pain. Like, I'm just happy to feel it. Yeah, that's I'll go with that.
Which 2 characters do you ship the most?
Here's what I generally say is everyone reads the source material or watches the show a different way, and everyone resonates with different characters and sees relationships differently between them. So for me to share my favorite ships, I always get a little bit afraid that I'll hear about it later. Someone will be like, well, Justin said that All Might and President Mike or his OTP, which, like, true as that may be. I don't want that to be used against anyone. So yeah, that's
I mean, I think after yesterday's panel, the only OTP I care about now is David Shields.
But David. Yes, Melissa, I'm your uncle.
What was the funnest scene that you guys have recorded?
Most fun scene.
it's not fun, it's work. I think probably, I don't know, I really had a ton of fun when Deku was training with Gran Torino. Just because he's just such a riot. So anytime I got to interact with him was always a blast.
I feel like I don't have a lot of fun scenes. A lot of you guys think my scenes are funny, but like, they're not really fun for Bakugo. Like, Bakugo's not having fun in that scene, so, it's hard, I don't know. Any scene where I get to, like, insult everybody is funny.
At the camp where you are cooking,
Oh,
and
the
you're chopping veggies. You're like, wait, you all suck at this. This is easy.
Yeah, that was good. I also, like, it was terrible for my vocal cords, but, like, in the same sort of thing in the camp. There's one episode in the camp where like all the kids are just doing their thing, and Bakugo's like sticking his hands in the boiling water and then like making a big explosion. And so literally, I don't think I had any cues in that episode that weren't damn it! Dude! I think I did that the whole episode. And you can just hear him doing it. There's like a loud explosion, like in distant scenes. Like somebody's over here on a cliff, but you can hear Bakugo. It wasn't good for my voice, but it was funny.
Whoa. Interference. Quick question. What does it mean to you to be a hero?
All you guys freaked out at that question as if it's something we haven't thought of.
Is a hero.
I think they touch on this a little bit in the series, even that one of the most heroic qualities you can have is to act in a situation of crisis without hesitating, to know that you are needed in that moment and to go forward and do something. So I do think that that's a quality of a hero. There's something to be said about some selflessness to a point. I think Deku is like, he's a little too selfless sometimes, and that can be beyond heroism. I think it's a combination of those two factors, a few others, but it generally comes down to what's in your heart and how you move in a situation that you don't have control of.
Yeah, and I want to add on to it. I think there's all kinds of heroes, in our days and everything. Like, there's so many people who it's like the woman who fills up the coffee pot is the hero, right? But like in true fashion, I think heroism comes from a point of positivity that goes into the selflessness. Like those who spread goodness in the world or just positive energy and give to others, that's a hero. Someone who's willing to do anything that they can to make someone's day a little bit brighter is a hero. It can be something so simple.
I love that. That was really nice.
Hey y'all. So I just want to know if you be like, as you as a person or your character, what is your hype song?
Explain hype.
Hype is like what gets you going. Like you just hear it before you work out or you're in your car. And you're like, this is my bomb.
Right now, I'm vibing off of your energy. Let's do it. Man, my favorite song of all time is "Some Nights" by the band Fun. That is my all-time favorite. I really like "High Hopes" by Panic! At the Disco right now. But like if I'm like working out, I either listen to what is the song? "Go With Me Now" by the Congos.
Yeah.
Come with me now, come with me now. Thank you. Jesus. Or sometimes the OST to Evangelion 2.2. That movie has a great soundtrack. Yeah.
Let's see. I listen to a bunch of the classic standards. Beethoven. I really like Wolfpack a lot right now. And by extension, Corey Wong, Cody Fry. They're making a lot of really just awesome, great music. And I just bop out to that all the time. There's a song called "Lassitude" by DJ Fresh. Honestly, it's hype. It gets me going. I'm like, damn. All right.
In the same way you've been asked what it means to be a hero, what does My Hero Academia mean to you two?
I noticed there was less on that one, but
Man, My Hero's been an incredible ride for us, especially because I feel like you and I were the big surprises of the English dub cast when it came out, you know, because a lot of the other people in the show are big name, you know, voice actors who you guys have been hearing for like a better part of a decade or so, and you know, and you've all come to love them and stuff, and then here we were like working at Funimation less than 5 years each. We're like, hi, we're the leads, you know. But you know, My Hero's an incredible ride, and it's been such an important part and milestone of both of our careers. You know, that kind of like I said in the beginning, it's brought us to the point that we get to interact with all of you guys and hang out with you and hear your stories and how it's influenced you and the way that it influences you. You guys then come and tell us that, and that influences us. Like, you guys talking to us influences us to continue to give it our all and, you know, make it everything that we can make it. So,
Yeah, gosh. It's to see. I've always known it was something special. Like, I could tell that it was just telling a different kind of story that we didn't really have, and so to see it blossom and become such a cultural touchstone, such a phenomenon, is really amazing. You know, it's a testament to the creator's work and how much love he pours into it, and then it comes to us and we pour even more love into it, and it's just to see so many people impacted by the lessons and the themes of this show, and to be able to root for characters like Deku that we haven't been able to do before. It's just really powerful, and I think it's very special, and to see it grow and grow and grow more every day is just amazing. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Has Deku ever thought of using his legs in season 1?
You see that boy walking around?
Do you think there's a reason that Bakugo is so short-tempered all the time, or is he just kind of, you know, not a happy person? Is he just kind of Bakugo?
I mean, he's got things to do, and there's just people in his way. We've all been in traffic.
Hi, just want to say you guys have helped me with a really bad depression with My Hero Academia. It's like you're great people. And a funnier question for you guys. What do you think would happen if you raised your head, looked in a mirror, and used his quirk?
Well, it goes into the discussion of whether or not his quirk reflects itself as a photon or a wave, correct?
This is where all the mumbles started hearing. Mutter, whatever. It's a stupid Deku thing, I don't think.
To invalidate your own quirk. No! No, I don't think so. Truly, I don't, because that would be sad. I've got you, Eraserhead. No! Come here!
Hi, I was wondering what the process to directing an anime episode is like.
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, directing an anime episode, it's a lot of work. I have to be very familiar with what's going on in the show, especially within the episode or episodes that we're working on, and have a sense of like how the conversation flows at any time, because when we record dubs, we record separately. So each actor comes in and they lay down their part of the conversation without anyone else in the room. So a lot of the ways that we make dialogue sound natural in anime dubs is that the director has to lead the actor into understanding, like, no, you're responding to this thought, and so the way that this sentence moves is like this way, you know, because there's a great great commercial that was on television. I think it was for Allstate or Geico. It was a car insurance commercial, and it was a young girl getting a car and a businessman returning to his car to see that his car had been like chopped up and like torn apart, and they have the exact same sentences, but they're delivered two different ways. And that's what directing anime is like. It's like every sentence can be said multiple ways, and only really like a few are going to convey the story the proper way, and the director has to get the actor to deliver the one that brings you into that moment. And so like that is the key point of it. And so probably at like 20 something hours of recording later, everybody is recorded on an episode, and then it goes off to a mix engineer who does a mix on it, and then I have to watch the episode again. By the time an episode has come out, I've watched an episode like 3 or 4 times, once in Japanese, once in English to make sure that everything is recorded and in the right place, and then once again to make sure that the mix sounds good, and that you guys can hear everything, the sound effects are cool, and that like when we like have mental lines and stuff, it has that sound of echo, and you know, or it's like, oh, this does sound like it's being recorded in a canyon rather than in a padded room, you know, and stuff like that. So like by the end of it, I've watched a thing like 3 times, and then it goes up on a streaming service, and then 9 months later it comes back to me, and it's like, now you gotta watch it again so it can go on a DVD, and I gotta watch the whole show and again. So it's crazy. It's a crazy thing that I do.
So, have you had an opportunity to meet your counterpart in Japan?
Yes,
So,
you have. Yeah, I when we premiered the basically U.S. premiere of Two Heroes movie, they brought the seiyus for David and Melissa's Shield, and they brought Yamashita-san, the seiyuu for Deku, and it was awesome. I was very nervous, but yeah, we got along right away. He brought it was pretty fascinating. He brought he called it a pocket talker or something, and it was basically a 2-way translation device. He said it in English and Japanese, and he'd talk into it, and it spurred out some English words. And I'd read it, and I'd respond, and it'd respond to him. So it was really cool just to be able to like communicate effectively with someone like that, and to learn about them that way. It's very fascinating. We talked a lot about food. A lot. I tried to get him to commit to coming to Texas to eat some barbecue sometime. So, no, it was really wonderful. It's a one-of-a-kind experience.
The closest thing I've had to it is a few years ago, I met the seiyuu for Boruto, and she was very nice, and we had a person translating between the two of us, and she asked, like, what roles do you play, and the translator said it, so I was like, oh, I play, Bakugo and My Hero Academia, and Kava in Dragon Ball Super, and Connie in Attack on Titan, and stuff like that, and she goes, oh, you voice Bakugo? And I said, yes, and she goes, does your throat ever hurt? She said, I'm friends with the seiyuu, does your throat ever hurt? And I was like, yes. which made me feel like I had a connection. And I was like, I can only assume that question is asked because he feels the same way.
Who is your favorite villain?
Favorite villain? Mineta.
Well,
Wait, Justin, who's your favorite villain?
Oh, Endeavor.
now this is something I wanted to ask, but do you ever think later on down the series, or even like right now, if there's a possible rivalry that will possibly even be close or greater than the rivalry between Bakugo and Deku?
Something worse than that.
It doesn't get better than us. I don't know, maybe,
I feel like if someone else stepped in and they were just like, I'm your rival, and like they came in, they're like, I'm your rival, and I'm your rival, we'd be like, get out of here, nerd!
No, you're not.
I also was a fan of All Might as a kid.
Who cares? Who wasn't?
Hi, Chris and Justin. Oh,
Cliff.
I'm over here. Sorry.
Cliff and Justin.
I'm so sorry. Hi. Hey, remember, what's your favorite video game? For both of you.
I have like a three-way tie between Mario and Luigi Partners in Time for the DS, Tales of Symphonia, and the recent Spider-Man game for the PS4.
I love Final Fantasy IX a lot. I love Hollow Knight has quickly become one of my very favorite games, and I think Mario Odyssey just crushed it. Briner, that is yours. Hey! Wait a minute.
Yeah, well, get good.
What was the most difficult scene to voice?
Difficult scene? Most difficult scene for us?
Yeah, probably the fight with Muscular. That was just getting through that was a challenge in itself. It escalates and he keeps getting more and more battered, and if you inhabit that headspace for too long, it starts to get really funky. Like I remember leaving that session being like, "Thank you, Colleen. I need to go stare at a wall for 10 minutes."
Mine's probably the beginning of the movie. Once Bakugo is introduced in the movie, man, he's at 11. So.
What inspired both of you to get into voice acting?
For me, it was other people's performances that I grew up watching. I never really grew out of enjoying cartoons and stuff, and even though it was like a thing that you'd hear growing up, it was like, well, it's just a phase. One day you're going to grow up, and I was like, oh, you'll see. But like, man, there have been some phenomenal, just incredible performances throughout the years. I'm a huge fan of Beast Wars from when I was a kid, which was like the second Transformers series. The voice acting in that show is like unbridled. The Spectacular Spider-Man came out when I was like in college. That animated series has some of the best voice acting I've ever heard. Like just a lot of stuff like that. Like growing up watching Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho. A lot of stuff inspired me.
Pretty much the same. Like I've been acting pretty much my whole life, like basically before I can remember. And I really loved it. I grew a very fond love for stage and musicals and just performing. So I always knew I wanted to perform or entertain in some capacity. But when it came time to like start making career decisions, I thought back to the cartoons and video games and anime that I loved growing up and that made me the person I am today. So I thought that if I were able to give back to that space somehow, it'd be very rewarding. And it is.
Okay, since both of you have very different relationships with Todoroki, would you want that to like change or improve, like become more friendly with him?
I always want to have a better relationship with Todoroki. You can just say same. Yeah.
Ditto.
Who do you personally think is the best pro hero out of all of them?
Bakugo.
Lord Explosion Murder.
I look forward to the day that we have Deku be like, wow, it's Lord Explosion Murder.
He's the greatest voice of cool in the universe. He sings my hair off. That was so cool. All right, we got about 5 minutes left, guys.
Hi, so do you guys know what's going to be happening for season 4 of My Hero Academia? Are you guys excited for that?
Oh yeah. Excited for it, yes. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Did you have one? So you can cut that down for me. Hey, if you guys could, as your characters, Deku and Bakugo, if you guys could pair up with any comic book heroes, who would you want to pair up with?
Comic book hero. I think it'd be funny for Bakugo to be with Batman.
My young boy.
Bakugo, we need to wait.
No, this is boring. It's right there.
No, you don't understand. I use a stealth takedown.
No.
Wait, I'm on my way! I'm wearing shorts under this, please don't worry.
And the lights come up and like half of you is on. And suddenly we have dinner theater history.
I just wanted to know, since you're being voice acted and voice is everything to you guys, do you take extra steps in making sure that you're in pristine shape all the time?
You try to. I mean, how many of you, just by a show of hands, how many of you this weekend have come up to me in autographs and asked me to do the Bakugo voice only for me to go, I don't do that in the autograph line? Fewer than I expected, because a lot of people have done it. So, yeah, like, a lot. You try hard to not kill yourself, vocally. Or just in general. Try not to.
No, sure, yeah, this career is it's a marathon. And if you treat it like a sprint, you will hurt yourself. So, yeah, it's important to, I'm not always, I don't always practice what I preach, I try to, but staying hydrated, warming up before you go in, committing to vocal rest after you're done. Yeah, it's the little things that will ultimately make a difference in your sustainability of your voice.
What is Bakugo's favorite thing about Kirishima?
In their friendship that they have.
I think Bakugo's favorite thing about Kirishima is that he's not Deku.
Alright, we just one really fast one. Wait, sure, you're up.
If you hadn't gotten the Bakugo and Deku roles, who would you have wanted to get instead?
Oh my, I was so close.
And I was really sold on my Froppy audition. Monica's too good. Monica's too good.
Yeah, I wanted Froppy, but I heard yours, and I was like, no. And then we were blindsided.
And then we were blindsided. Total, like, out of left field. Who even knew?
Yeah, did you know Monica?
No, never once heard of her. Thank you guys so much for coming.
That was my great session, guys.